Hey, read the recipe. Sometimes I don't bleeping feel like cooking. You don't have to bleep that out. I said bleeping. And sometimes I can't wait to cook something. I'm like filled with energy for cooking. So that got me curious. Where does that energy come from? Because I know a lot of people are unfamiliar with that feeling.
You're like,
So
what?
Nope.
What's
Come on.
that?
Nope.
That's you.
No, get out of here. All right. They're smarter than that, and that was a little mean. That was my sister Jackie. Who mic'd her? I'm not just talking basics. I'm talking pre-basics. Welcome to Cooking 99. Ah! Where was I? Oh yeah. Where does that motivation come from? What fuels my cooking fire? Sometimes it's internal motivation. I want something delicious. I don't want to spend a lot of money and I feel like making. But I think we covered that kind of thing in the Why Cook video. I want to explore what external stuff boosts my cooking energy. Makes me want to get my hands dirty. Or not dirty, but foodie. The people who helped me write this course and I, henceforth referred to as we and us, had a long talk about what motivates us to cook, and those motives seem to fit into 3 categories: media, nostalgia, and people. When I say media, I'm talking about the movies, TV shows, or books that always make us want to cook after we watch or read them. Most of them are movies about food or cooking or are set in a restaurant. Movies like Chef, Ratatouille, and Big Night. The other movies on our list have classic food scenes like when they make prison spaghetti sauce in Goodfellas, or talk about pizza in Eat, Pray, Love, or the Sunday dinners that foster relationships in Soul Food. In these movies, the way food is talked about and filmed reminds me why food is special, and it doesn't hurt that it always looks scrumdiddlyumptious. I regret saying that. I would say the exact same thing about some TV shows and books. Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, The Great British Baking Show, and Ugly Delicious are TV shows that come to mind. And for books, The Apprentice by Jacques Pepin, No Reservations by Anthony Bourdain, and Garlic and Sapphires by Ruth Reichel. By the way, I put more comprehensive lists in the description of this video, and if there's something that I missed that inspires you to cook, which inevitably I did, add it as a comment. I'm not really talking about informational stuff like cookbooks here, because we'll talk about those in a later video, but hey, if that's what inspires you, comment away. Sometimes it's other people who inspire us to cook. Friends and family who we want to provide for. Lovers who we want to impress. Dates we want to become lovers. Friends we want to become dates we want to become lovers. Strangers we want to become friends. I love cooking for other people. It's a great reason to get people together, and it's super satisfying to hear someone enjoying your food. Your friends and your family can be your muses. When you want inspiration to cook, just imagine their reactions to having something delicious that you made. It's like pre-pride, and it can be motivating. If you're stuck alone, in a pandemic, say, I don't know, random example, you can still have outside inspiration from people. Because if you separate your future self from your present self, you can imagine your future self being impressed with your past self and taking pride in what you've accomplished. And you should be proud of yourself for having cooked something. Nostalgic motivation is when you have a hankering for something that you ate as a kid or on a trip, or even something that you had at a restaurant to which you can't go back because you're banned for life because Nick doesn't know what a joke is. If you have a hankering for something like that, learn to cook it. You'll be happy you did. Smelling those smells and tasting those tastes usually transports me right back to when I had it before. Every time I have drop biscuits, I'm 12 years old again visiting Gettysburg with my grandparents. Creamed tuna fish on toast or buttermilk chicken takes me back to my childhood home. A lot of white foods. As for how we keep our energy up while we cook, a lot of us like to put music on. Just don't turn that music up so loud that you can't smell something burning. That is to say, don't be distracted by it. Some of us are energized by cooking with other people, and all of us get a buzz just from seeing, smelling, and tasting the food as we go. Takeaways. Even though I love to cook, that doesn't always mean I want to cook. So when you're not feeling it, you can find motivation from external sources like movies, shows, or books. Having someone over could also be the inspiration you never knew you needed. I'm not telling you to start dating someone just so they can inspire you to cook, but I'm not saying that. If all else fails, think of a meal from times past and try to recreate it. Food can be the perfect vehicle to cruise memory lane in. All right, bye. Read the recipe. Bye. prison spaghetti sauce in Godfellas, in Godfathers. I had it. Thanks for sticking around. I don't need you to subscribe or smash that like button, but I do want to answer any questions you have, so please stick them in the comments section. We'll respond to as many as we can. We also plan on doing a Q&A at some point, so if a question gets brought up enough, we'll also stick the answer in that video. Please comment away.